We've done the Serie A predictions, so let's go on to do the Bundesliga predictions now. As we are in the winter break for the Bundesliga, as you can see, this is the table right now. As 15 games have been played, Bayern Munich are top by 4 points and a hell of a lot of a goal difference. Let's see if they can keep it up. As Leverkusen beating Dortmund there in a big win. Hoffenheim winning their game. Heidenheim drawing with Union Berlin. Freiburg beating Holstein. Mainz beating Bochum. St. Pauli getting a result. No, getting beaten, sorry. Gladbach conceding twice. 3-2 there. Leipzig on a bit of a stumbly form right now. But yeah, let's continue this run. We're calculating game week 17, obviously. Holstein Kiel getting beat by Dortmund. Leverkusen win their game against Mainz. Frankfurt to beat Freiburg. Wolfsburg and Gladbach to draw. Bochum to draw with St. Pauli. Stuttgart to actually beat Leipzig on the current form they're on right now. Bayern Munich to win their game 3-0 against Hoffenheim. Werder Bremen to beat Heidenheim, and Union Berlin to beat Augsburg. Cool. Let's look at the table. Obviously still only 4 points in it between the top two, and the gap's getting wider and wider and wider between the rest. Bochum, Holstein, you know, not much has changed. It's only been two games. A lot will change in the next few games. Frankfurt beating Dortmund there. Bochum to get beat by Leipzig, the big boys at the top there. Holstein Kiel and Hoffenheim to draw. Stuttgart to beat Freiburg. Bayern Munich to annihilate Wolfsburg. Heidenheim to beat St. Pauli. Leverkusen to continue on their running path. Union Berlin to get beat by Mainz, and then Werder Bremen to draw with Augsburg. Let's keep going. Let's keep pushing through. Wolfsburg and Holstein Kiel. We're going to put 3-1 Wolfsburg. RB Leipzig to draw with Leverkusen. It's not helping no one, that is it. Mainz to beat Stuttgart. Freiburg to get beat by Bayern Munich, but a closer game than people would expect. Dortmund to get beat by Werder Bremen, and Gladbach to beat Bochum. Hoffenheim to draw with Frankfurt, and then St. Pauli to beat Union Berlin. Werder Bremen to draw with Mainz. Heidenheim to draw with Dortmund. It's just people dropping points that they don't need to drop points in, you know. St. Pauli to win there. Stuttgart to win their game with Gladbach. 3-0 for Bayern Munich there, and then we're going to go with a 3-1 for Leipzig here, and then Frankfurt to beat Wolfsburg, and Leverkusen winning their game against Hoffenheim. Let's calculate the game. We can game 20 now. 6 points and a difference between Bayer Leverkusen and Bayern Munich. Both have only lost one game so far in the season. Leverkusen could still catch up to them. They could still catch up to them. It's mainly draws that are letting them down right now. Let's continue. As Bayern Munich win that game. Wolfsburg getting beat by Leverkusen. Dortmund winning their game there. Freiburg beating Heidenheim. Mainz beating Augsburg. Hoffenheim beating Union Berlin. Gladbach getting beat by Frankfurt. Holstein Kiel to get beat by Bochum, and Leipzig to beat St. Pauli. Augsburg to get beat by Leipzig. To continue pushing. The continuous push is what is going on here. St. Pauli to draw with Freiburg. Stuttgart to beat Wolfsburg. Union Berlin to get beat by Gladbach, and Leverkusen to make some ground up on Bayern Munich by a big win there. Werder Bremen to beat Hoffenheim. Eintracht Frankfurt are gonna Eintracht Frankfurt versus Holstein Kiel. We put 3-1 there. I may have moved this closer. That might help me just sit back a bit more. Yeah, and Mainz winning their game. Freiburg to beat Bremen. Holstein Kiel to try and upset Leverkusen. It's not happening. Gladbach winning their game. Drawing that one. There we go. Mainz beating St. Pauli. Dortmund beating Berlin. Yeah. Leipzig to beat Heidenheim. Bayern Munich drawing with Frankfurt. Hoffenheim. Hoffenheim, Stuttgart. Going to go 2 on that one as well. We'll calculate again in game 25. Stuttgart to get beaten well. Bochum to beat Hoffenheim. Werder Bremen to beat Wolfsburg. Leipzig to beat Mainz. As you know, Leipzig need these points on the board. 3-3 between Gladbach and Heidenheim. Frankfurt and Leverkusen to draw 3-3 as well. Union Berlin to beat Holstein Kiel, and then Augsburg and Freiburg to draw 2-2. Game of 25 time now. Stuttgart winning that game. Freiburg beating in that game there as well. Hoffenheim beating Heidenheim. Leverkusen beating Werder Bremen. Dortmund, Augsburg, Dortmund 3-1 there. Gladbach and Mainz go 2-2, and then Frankfurt winning their game. Bayern Munich to beat Bochum, 4-1. And then Wolfsburg, it's a draw with St. Pauli. We'll calculate the table now, game at 25. Bayern Munich still top of the table, only by 3 points now. Leverkusen still only lost 1 game this season, but they've drew way too many, 7 so far. The bottom 3 is still Bochum, Kiel and Heidenheim. Kiel does not get any luck whatsoever. Augsburg, St. Pauli, Union Berlin all still quite low down there as well. Hoffenheim relatively low. I feel like those 3 are the bottom 3 for sure. And then there's a bit of a fight up there. There's only 4 points between these two. I think things can still change at the top, and we'll calculate again in game week 30. Stuttgart to get beat by Leipzig. Union Berlin to draw by Munich. Leipzig to draw with Dortmund. No, Leipzig to beat Dortmund actually. Bochum to get beat by Frankfurt, as they need to try and stay up there as well. They're still in that fight. St. Pauli to beat Hoffenheim. Mainz to draw with Freiburg. Augsburg to get a result against Wolfsburg. Werder Bremen to get beat by Gladbach, and then Heidenheim to beat Holstein Kiel. Frankfurt beating Stuttgart. Gladbach to get beat by Leipzig there, yeah. Wolfsburg to beat Heidenheim. Holstein Kiel beating Werder Bremen, big result there for them. Hoffenheim, Augsburg, Dortmund beating Mainz in a must-win game for them. They try and get European places. Bochum winning their game, and then Bayern Munich keeping that goal difference as a pride and priority as they push on throughout the season. Bochum to beat Stuttgart. Augsburg to get beat by Bayern Munich, again keeping that goal difference high. Werder Bremen, Frankfurt still in the game. Like we're in their game. Union Berlin and Wolfsburg. We're going to go 2-1 Union Berlin. St. Pauli to get a result there, and then Mainz to beat Holstein Kiel. Wolfsburg to beat Leipzig. Bayern Munich and Dortmund drawing. Frankfurt beating Heidenheim. Stuttgart beating Werder Bremen. Gladbach to beat Freiburg. Bochum to get a result against Augsburg. Yeah, that's not out of this world. It's not crazy. And then Leverkusen winning their game, and then Holstein Kiel drawing with St. Pauli. Cool. St. Pauli getting beat by Leverkusen. Union Berlin and Stuttgart drawing 2-2. Heidenheim getting annihilated by Bayern Munich there. Augsburg to get beat by Bayern Munich, by Frankfurt. Freiburg beating Hoffenheim. Mainz beating Wolfsburg. Dortmund beating Gladbach. Werder Bremen drawing Bochum, and then Leipzig winning their game. Game at 30. Let's calculate it. Bayern, Leverkusen move top of the table by 1 point. The goal difference is still in Bayern Munich's favour. They've still got 4 weeks left, and a heavy amount of goals, and a heavy amount of clean sheets. They're on the way to success, to be honest. 1 point off winning the league right now. 1 point off winning the league. They've got 4 games left. Frankfurt 6 points behind. I think Leipzig's 9 points is too far to catch in these final games, but I feel like they are safe in the Champions League spaces. Bochum, Heidenheim and Holstein Kiel are going to have a tough time fighting anyway away from this relegation zone. We'll see what happens though. We'll see what happens. Frankfurt winning their game against Leipzig. I said it's over for Leipzig now. They cannot win the title. Hoffenheim drawing with Dortmund. Stuttgart beating Heidenheim. Wolfsburg to beat Freiburg. Bayern Munich beating Mainz. They want the goal difference. They need the goal difference. Holstein Kiel getting a result against Gladbach there, and Bochum getting a result against Union Berlin. While St. Pauli and Augsburg fall is not good for that relegation battle. Leverkusen continue winning their games. They continue doing what they got to do. And Leipzig beat Bayern Munich. Oh my god, it could get really interesting this now. Frankfurt move up still again. Gladbach drawing with Hoffenheim, I'm going to say. Union Berlin, Werder Bremen. You know what, we'll change this to a 1-0. We're going to make it really exciting. Dortmund to beat Wolfsburg. Heidenheim beating Bochum. Augsburg to then beat Holstein Kiel, and we'll calculate the table. Obviously Bayer Leverkusen still top of the table, but only 5 points away are Frankfurt, who have just managed to push points on Bayern Munich as well. They're only 3 points off Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich still there waiting. It could still happen for them. 104 goals for the season. They still want it. Bochum basically is over now. It is basically over for Bochum. It looks like they are down and out. Not a great season for them. Let's see how it continues for them. Leipzig continue pushing their way through the table. Leverkusen, Dortmund making them drop points. It's not good for them. It's not good for them. There we go. Union Berlin win their game. Holstein Kiel throwing their spice in at the end. Stuttgart beating Augsburg. Bochum with a massive result against Mainz. Bayern Munich with a huge win over Gladbach, and then Frankfurt continue their push and try, and then 1 game week left. Bayern Munich move top of the table on goal difference, 109 goals scored. Can they do it? Can they do it? One more game to go, and 3 teams can still win. Actually, no, I mean Frankfurt would have to score like 30 goals to win the league still. They do what they can do. Leverkusen try. Leipzig win their game. Freiburg win their game against Frankfurt. Heidenheim draw with Werder Bremen. Gladbach beating Wolfsburg. Augsburg getting a result against Union Berlin. Bochum beating St. Pauli on the last day. Cannot do anything for them. Dortmund beating Holstein Kiel. But Bayern Munich getting what they need, getting what Harry Kane wants the most in this world, and that's a trophy. And St. Pauli fall into that relegation playoff spot on the last day of the season as well. Bochum survive by the skin of their teeth on the last day of the season, that win against St. Pauli. It's a big end of the season, that really, isn't it? 3 points off the table for Frankfurt. Leverkusen could have gone back to back. They've only got 1 loss all year, but there's too many draws. And that is going to be the end of the video now, guys. If you really like to see more, subscribe, because more every single day. Thank you for watching, guys, and hopefully I do catch you next time. Cheers.